It is Wednesday today, and we have been flat, pretty flat the last 4 days or so. We've had some big jogs going down, but then it always recovers. I've got a price line in here near the peak, and I've got the blue line here, which matched up with I think it was the 15-minute SMA. So it just kind of shows that we're kind of stuck in this one area. The other thing that's kind of interesting this morning, this dotted line right here is the beginning of the trading day, which was pre-hours, which is what we're in right now. It's 9:03. And usually you see way more candles than this in that trading period. So it's really slow this morning, which makes it difficult to trade because you have a lot more time to, second guess yourself and just question your trades and get bored sitting here waiting for things to happen. So that's tricky. All right. But I did think that it was going to go up at this point. We seem to be going up right through here, and we are at a resistance level, but the MACD on this chart is looking like it might tip up. So I made a guess that it was going to go up. And I didn't ask for much here. I put in an exit order pretty low down, and it started to drop, and I began to doubt myself. And the MACD is not behaving very well here. It's, not sure where it's going right now. So I held on to it, just kind of waiting to see how far it would drop. Got down to like 312, and now we're looking at, hopefully a resistance level at this lowest peak over here. It did seem to bounce, so that was encouraging. We've got less than a minute to opening bell here, so I've been sitting on this trade for quite some time. All right, at the opening bell, it went up quite a bit, and I went ahead and took the opportunity to get in a stop order. It had gone up to a little bit higher than that, and so I put in a stop order to make sure I wouldn't lose money on this trade, and of course I got stopped out. All right, so then I decided that probably we were ready for a drop. It looked like it was tapering off here and ready to turn. We can see on the 15-minute chart that we are sitting in a resistance level with the SMAs over there, and the MACD looks like it's turning. So many good reasons to think it's going to drop. MACD here and here are not agreeing with me, but not all of your information is going to be saying the same things. So I put in an entrance order for a short here. Got filled, and it's looking like it's dropping beautifully. I thought it would probably get down to about this point right here, which was not as low as it had been, and there's a bunch of cluster of orders right here that look really good. So I think I got filled right at that point. I may have lifted it up just a couple ticks, but that was a good trade, really good trade. Okay, and then I decided that it was going to go up at this point. We had a nice big green candle, so I got into a long at this point and put bracketed orders here. Looking beautiful. I went ahead and canceled that stop order. Or no, what happened there? I guess it stopped out, or maybe I raised it up and then got stopped out. So I made a very small amount on that one, and I think I'm about ready to cancel this order here. Yep. No. That one was an entrance order to get into a short. That's what happened. So it went up, I made a little money, and I got into a short right there, and then it went the other way. It kept going up, and I lost a good bit of the profit, not all of it, and then it started to drop again, so I was encouraged. And we are in the green here. We're in a short, so we're, did a very small profit right here. Again, I thought probably it would get down to that point, and it did, so I made a good trade there. So now I'm sitting at $275 in profit, but I've made 5 trades. So that's a lot more trades than normal, just because it's been very difficult. And I've changed my mind a number of times. Okay, at this point, I thought probably it was going to go up. So I got into a long. And when it started to go up, I'm not expecting a lot here. I did put in a stop order very tight here, 1 tick above, so I wouldn't lose any money. And it was a little frustrating. The price actually did go above that limit order that was up here, and it didn't take, and I don't know why. I don't think that would have happened with real trading. Sometimes paper trading is a little delayed and it doesn't like react as quickly as it should. So anyway, I lowered that limit order down to here. Unfortunately, I missed out on some profit that I think I normally would have gotten. So anyway, I did make a profit on that one, but it was not as much as I'd hoped. All right, and it's looking like we are ready for another drop. So I did a short here, got filled, and it continued to go up a little bit. We can see that it's gone up here, but generally speaking, I would say it is more inclined to go down right now. So I just have to wait it out. And sure enough, it did. It went down and I got filled. I was typing that information on the last slide when it made this big drop. And I think I was like one tick below that wick. And so I kind of missed out on getting out at that point. And so I got out at a profit, but in this green candle area here. So I made only $50 on that last trade. So you can see I've made 7 trades. Actually, 6 of them were positive. Only one of them was bad. And they were all pretty small except for just those couple. So, you know, I made money anyway, and I stopped at 10 like I'd been trying to do. So I've traded for about an hour and pretty happy with today's trading. I think I did pretty well, even though it was kind of a difficult day. Still don't know quite what it's doing. So this is the 180-day 4-hour chart. And you can see this is since December. So we had a big jog here, and then we had a big jog here just recently. We've kind of leveled out lately right through here. Let me zoom in here. So that Fibonacci line, I think, is pretty accurate, really. Could maybe make some minor adjustments here. But it is looking like the lines are kind of where we see the levels of price action right through here. It's like the 61.8 on the Fibonacci line was this peak here. And we are hovering between these two right now. And we've definitely got some potential for going up. But this flat section tells me that the bulls are not super excited about what they're seeing in the market right now. And it is possible that it will drop down again to the 50% line. I could definitely see that happening. What happens at this SMA right through here, this 50 SMA, is going to be really critical. And that line is at 56.25. So if it drops below 56.25 too far, I would say we're probably in for a drop. Let me go ahead and put in an alert here. I think we're in for a drop down to, you know, the 5,500 area right through here. Or even further, really. But if it holds at that point, if it holds at this price action right here, the 56.23 SMA point right there, I would say that probably it will continue up. So I think the next day or two, the rest of this week, is going to be really critical to see these points. And we will just watch it together and see what happens. So thanks for joining me.